Hey guys, Tyler is awesome too here, and today is August 15th, and August is where the first appearance of Spider-Man, the Amazing Fantasy 15 debuted. That's this specific month, so why not celebrate with and also Brand New Day obviously came out after this. Before this, and it was. I meant to say this came up before this video, so obviously like 15 days away, so it's totally fitting. Around 15, I guess. So yes, I did already review this comic. I think I'm not sure, but that's only the Spider-Man portion of the story, the big headline. The main one. The main story of Amazing Fantasy 15. So, as you know, Amazing Adventures / Amazing Adult Fantasy / just Amazing Fantasy 15 is an anthology comic book series, which means there are multiple stories, and the final issue, Amazing Fantasy 15, which is the first appearance of Spider-Man, it actually contains multiple stories, and 3 to be precise. So, let's check out those stories, shall we? So, let's just get to Spider-Man part. We all know the story. Let's move on to the first story, The Bell Ringer. So, there is going to be some crazy twists with these ones. An artist done by Steve Ditko with all of them. So, there's going to be very, Peter Parker looking people. So, yeah, there's going to be also, like, paying attention to hands and whatnot. So, yeah. So, let's get started. Yeah, so there's this old guy named Pedos who has to ring the bell every day of his adult life, basically. Just as his father did before him, and his father before him, etc., etc. The bell guides the fishermen to the toiler days that they are such as a part of a small village in the New Tread, so. There's this volcano eruption happening, and yeah. And they fall had to find new homes. And Petals actually chose to sacrifice himself to ring the bell because this is his duty and whatnot. So, yeah. Basically, it's just a basic summary. Basically, I'm just getting through it badly, I guess. He has to ring his bell so someone can hear it for centuries. The ancient tower. Perhaps, though. So I'm gonna let you read this part for yourself. You read these parts? Okay. Yeah, there's also these old comic book ads, so yeah. Someone heard. The Man in the Mummy Case. I'm gonna be ranking these, by the way, so yeah. At the end, specifically. A mummy case may seem to be a good place as many to hide in, but as our readers know, things are not always as they seem. Oh yeah, we open with a criminal named Rocco Rank. His literate name, his initials are like literally, both his initials are literally just began with the same letter. So yeah, it's a Marvel method of name. So yeah, cross that one off the list. He's running from the police, and well, he's really skinny, so he can easily fit through this window, and he's just happened to be at a museum, and well, and he's surprised to see a mummy talk to him. And he's just shocked at this mummy talking to him, just really shocked. I mean, and they really lean towards this expression. And he's like, says, "Come, mortal, follow me." And like, I like this like part, like, no, oh no, you don't. I see the movies. I see the movies about the mummy, some of kind of thing. You aren't making me a mummy of me. You will not become a mummy, I swear it. But if you don't let me out, how I'll breathe. Fear not, there is air within, and I shall open the case as soon as your pursuers have left. Alright, I'll do it. And he might be running there. Let's check. But let's look. Wait. And when the police officer went to check the mummy tomb, it's empty. Well, he must be in the neighborhood somewhere. Let's check outside again. And the mummy comes back to life again. Man, he's really good at standing still. He's like the toys in Toy Story, you know? I kept my promise. I vowed your pursuers would not find you, and surely you have enrolled in them. Also, I vowed to open the mummy case as soon as it was safe, and this I do now. Indeed, Moral, you will be safe from your pursuers forever. So Rocco might be safe from his pursuers, but can he be because he realizes that there is no turning back? For now he realizes that his escape really means he'll never really understand how it happened, but at least he knows where he quickly mummy case lied to, and why the living mummy has so exhausted to help a frightened stranger. So basically this is like a form of time travel, basically. So is it? I'm curious. Like, is this like some sort of magic or something? So many questions. And to the final story. There are Martians among us. Insert Among Us reference here. I said insert Among Us reference here, just to be clear. The problem was how to find the Martians. Ooh. And this is like an old movie title, by the way, so yeah. The alien spaceship was first spotted by the shock pilot of a commercial airliner. Man, I like the look of this ship. Feels weird, you know? On the sheet, I also this tree looks unique. So we open with police officers and people finding the ship and going inside it and checking it out. And of course, a radiocaster that looked like Peter Parker has reported that has reported about the crashing, and there might be an alien among us. And they've been looking for those aliens for days. So, how can we find them? We didn't even look for. I presume it's days. I'm not sure. Yeah, wait, there it is. Never mind. How can we find them when we don't even know what we're looking for? Hence, they don't know what the aliens could look like. But we must keep searching. Sooner or later, we're bound to find them. So somewhat unearthly. So we know by the apparent of the treasurement of the panel that the Martians must be human-like in appearance. So Martian Manhunter, basically. But there is bound to some difference between them and natural Earthlings. We'll have to find them. We've got to. But although the search has gone with the weeks pass by slowly as the population lives in fear, it's amazing how month has gone by and still the search continues without success. The citizens are still urged to stay indoors from the Martians to be lived to just as great as ever. Nonsense, dear. I'll be alright if you don't have to go out, dear. I'm so afraid. It's you I worry about. I hate leaving you alone. Be sure to keep the door locked and don't open for anyone. I will, dear. Be careful, please. Remember, stay inside. You'll be at home as soon as I'll be home as soon as I can. Take care, darling. At that very moment, the search in an ever-building arc gets closer and closer to the city itself. We are all back at home of our heroine. So, the wife goes out to, for, groceries when she is, taken by some mysterious stranger. And a short time later, the husband comes back home to see his wife, only to, realizes, well, she's gone. And the house is empty. And there can only be one thing. She went out and she disobeyed me, and I warned her. Sob. I warned her. Oh, hello. I need help. Right away. It's my wife. I don't know what to do. And the shocking reveal. She ruined everything. The Bloodhound must have got her scent. Now the Earthlings will know she's a Martian, and that means, gas, they'll be coming after me next. So yeah, that's a shocking twist. It kind of tricks us into thinking the husband and wife are just, worry about the Martians and that they'll get them, but they are the Martians themselves, and yeah, they worry about being caught. That's a shocking twist. Like a really shocking one, like a really good twist. I did not expect that at all. Like, they paid so little attention to them that, like, they were introduced, like, to, like, halfway, I guess. And, this generally shocked me. And, like, all pretty good stories, but I have to give it to the Martian one for just the twist alone, so. The other two, I don't know, maybe, below would be the Bell Ringer, because, nothing supernatural about it, I guess. And the second goes the Mummy one, because, it has something, crazy and supernatural about it, but it's not as great a twist as the Martian one, so, yeah. I guess so. That's my ranking. So yeah, those are the other Amazing Fantasy number 15 stories outside of the Spider-Man one, of course, and yeah, they're pretty fitting for what they are, and the anthology stories at the time when Marvel did that, and you know, getting back into the ropes of superheroes, or in this case, Web. So, and as I said, they're fitting at that time. So, yeah. I just want to give attention to these stories and whatnot, and you know that that they exist, and that the Spider-Man one is, and his first appearance is not the only story in Amazing Fantasy number 15. So, yeah. Go check out these stories. I mean, or for yourselves at least. Or you probably wouldn't need to since you watched this video. So, yeah. As I'm said as usual, Kuga thumbs up button, /like button, subscribe, hit that notification button, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Let me know stuff in the comment section down below. I am Tyler is awesome too, and peace. So, unnecessary silence here. So, and I was trying to press the stop record button, so this is awkward.